trade deadline passes, coming off the Grammy trip. What did you see with the game itself, though, with Denver, and kind of where things turned late as they got to that two-man game?
I mean, they made shots. We executed. Definitely had it wasn't just a two-man game; it was more of a three-man game. But obviously the ball always ends up in Joker and Murray's hands, and they, we tied the game up. They made two big threes, one from Michael Porter Jr. right across from our bench when we tied the game, and then Maul hit one as well behind the screen. So they made more plays offensively than us, and was able to win the game.
LeBron, if this group gets some good luck with its health, that it's thus far eluded it for 2/3 of the season, what's it going to take if you have all the guys to make the push to get you to a good position come the start of the postseason?
I don't know. Not sure. We haven't gotten that point, so it's hard for me to say.
LeBron, Austin mentioned that felt like they kept running the same action kind of over and over again over the last few minutes of the game. How difficult is their offense to contain in crunch time when they are running the same play? You guys know what they're running, and they still are executing at that level.
Very good teams. They have an ability to run plays late in the game that they haven't ran all game. And have certain packages that they can go to where they can get a really good shot. But it makes it even more dynamic when you have a point guard and you have a center as great as Maul and Jokic. So it definitely helps. It helps the play calls when you have those two guys.
LeBron, when you have so much going on, like the Kobe statue, trade deadline, and you have these guys to play, how hard is it to get everything you have put into it and leave that behind?
No, it wasn't hard. It wasn't hard for me. Personally, I went through my regular game day routine and focused on the job at hand. I knew the opponent that was coming in. I knew he was coming off a 12-day, 6-game road trip. It was going to be difficult on us, but once you get on the floor, you have to lock in on the assignment. That's all that matters.
LeBron, how much of a difference maker has Jackson's energy been over this past week and a half?
His energy, his athleticism definitely helps us for sure.
LeBron, kind of along those questions, the trade deadline comes and goes, and your roster doesn't change. How much is it going to be on internal growth? Guys like Jackson figure out optimizing him, optimizing Max, and kind of these emerging players on this team as you guys over this next month try to figure this out.
Just health. Max went down today, didn't return to the game, so our whole year has been about health.
That's a similar feel to some of the playoff games you had in the Western Conference Finals, where you just got down early, made a run, and just couldn't quite get over the top. And if so, what do you think accounted for that?
I mean, a team like that, man, they're a really good ball club. Obviously, defending champs. We did a great job for the most part taking care of the ball. But every turnover, they still have 15 points off our 7 turnovers. I think it was 5 turnovers, 12 points at halftime. So that improved in the second half. They shift a lot. They try to take away the paint. I felt like a lot of times we weren't shot ready or shot aggressive when the ball got kicked out from the paint. And then again, you make any mistake, they're going to make you pay. They come up with a loose ball, they get offensive rebound. Doesn't matter, man. They're a well-oiled machine. 21 second chance points. So it's one of those nights where you playing against a team like this, you got to be hitting on all cylinders. But all that said, I'm extremely proud under the circumstances coming off this long trip, facing an opponent like that, the way our guys competed, the way they gave multiple efforts. Jackson's chase down block. I can go through a long list of plays that our guys made that just were ultra competitive. And as long as we keep doing that, good things will happen for us.
Darvin, you guys had the game, I think 3:44 left at 100-100. then they go on a 12-4 run to kind of, make that distance over the last couple of minutes. Did it feel like shades of the Western Conference Finals at all? Where
I'm not even thinking about the Western Conference Finals, man. It's 2023-24, 2024 to be exact. I'm not. It's a whole new world, whole new everything, whole new season, whole new time of the year. Like what happened last year happened last year. We ain't worried about that. We're trying to be the best team we can be right now, and in the moment, in the here and now.
Darvin, there were a couple of stretches that jumped to mind where it seemed like they were able to create like just the right shot at the right moment. Tight at the end of the first quarter, and I think they create off of pick and rolls 2 really clean looks at 3. That stretch Jovan mentioned, they get a couple open looks to get a dunk. Does that speak to kind of their system and their comfortability? And is that kind of what you guys are aspiring still towards as you kind of work with your continuity?
Absolutely. It specifically speaks to Jokic and Murray. It speaks to them, and obviously, Jeff Green's not there anymore. Bruce Brown's not there anymore. They're very well coached. Speaks to the attention those guys draw. And those guys just being patient, knowing that they're going to make sure they're double team or triple team. The ball's going to find the right open person. And, we're able to do that too. Again, when our guys draw those same crowds, we can't hesitate or be indecisive. We got to take open shots. Can't hold it, pause for a second, and we had some good redrives, but I felt like a few of those redrives could have been threes.
Time to take a look at the Western Conference standings after tonight. The Lakers sitting in that 9th spot. The Denver Nuggets have won 10 out of the last 13, 3 in a row. They find themselves in the 2 spot. Brez, what else stands out?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, a lot of important games come up for the Lakers. They play the Pelicans tomorrow. They're up there in 6th place. Next week, last game before the break, Utah, right below them. First game after the break, Golden State Warriors. So the Lakers, have some really important games coming up. When you're in 9th, and you're a week plus into February, you got to make sure you start beating the teams that are around you in the standings. You're losing to Denver, undermanned tonight for the Lakers. I get it. It's cool. But now you got to start really wrapping things up against these teams that are really close to you.
You could just sense that in LeBron's voice as well, that you got to focus on what you have. He doesn't even want to think about what